ask again. Prithipan, what were you saying? Say it again.
So suppose, for example, if I am the native.
Correct. So
So
this is the
whichever is my lagna, it can be anything.
अभी काल पुरुष ही पकड़ लेते हैं.
Rashi, हाँ. So then, if I ask you a question, what about my shadi? Then which house you will look at? 7th house. Correct. Right? Now 7th house को enhance कौन कर रहा है और उसको negate कौन कर रहा है?
Exactly.
वो आप correct है ना?
Correct. So this
अभी
is
मैं सेम मैं हूँ और मैं आपको क्वेश्चन पूछती हूँ मेरे घर का क्या होगा तो 4th हाउस.
नहीं 1 minute इसके ऊपर ही करो 1 minute. You have hit the nail perfectly. This was the next step which I was going to go to. But have all of you understood what Prithipan has said?
Yes. Yeah.
Let me just recap it once for her. This is me. It's a Kal Purush Kundli. If we are talking about a native's marriage, we will look at the 7th house. 7th house को enhance कौन कर रहा है? 8th house. Negate कौन कर रहा है? 6th house. म्हणजे whatever is there in the 6th house is going to negate that event. Whatever is there in the 8th house is going to enhance that event. Now, another thing. ये जो 7th house है, अभी let me change the color. Let us say this is the 7th house in question. ये 7th house का obstacle कौन बनाएगा? 7th 8th ये बनाएगा. I don't even see the color. This will make this is the 8th to the 7th. This will create an obstacle for them. This will create an obstacle for that. This fellow will create an obstacle for the marriage. This fellow will negate that event. Barabar? Are you all understanding? Now, take the other step. Now, Prithipan, tell me the other step which I had said just now. कि ये जो है, this becomes an obstacle to which one? तो ये उल्टा जाना पड़ेगा. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this fellow becomes an obstacle for this.
So that is 6th house. For 12th house, it will be an obstacle.
नहीं. See, 7th house का obstacle कौन है? 7th, 8th. This is the obstacle to the marriage.
Okay. Yes.
But this marriage.
Is the obstacle for the 12th house.
This marriage is going to cause an obstacle to what? ये किससे कौन से घर से 8वां है? ये घर से 8वां है वो. So it is going to cause a problem over here. 1 minute. This you all need to understand very clearly. नहीं तो आगे जाने में कुछ मतलब नहीं रहेगा. Let us take this same thing which Prithipan has said. Native की शादी. बराबर. ये बराबर है.
Correct.
नेटिव के शादी को एनहांस कौन कर रहा है? ये वाला. Forget the number, just say yes or no. बराबर. इसको निगेट कर रहा है ये. बराबर. अभी. Now let us concentrate on this fellow. ये शादी को एनहांस कर रहा है, ये शादी को निगेट कर रहा है. पर ये शादी को ऑब्स्टिकल कौन क्रिएट कर रहा है? 7th, 8th. ये ऑब्स्टिकल क्रिएट कर रहा है. He is creating an obstacle to the marriage. So if there is whoever is seated है, कौन सी राशि है, कौन से planets बैठे, whatever it is, जामा कॉल कर रहे तो इधर कौन जामा planet बैठे, they will cause an obstacle to the marriage. By doing this marriage, it is going to cause an obstacle to what? Ulta, go from here. So basically, this becomes the 8th house to which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This house, this fellow is becoming an obstacle to this house. See, this has not been done in any of. I have seen so many hundreds and thousands of videos. I have attended so many classes. ये उल्टा गणित कोई बताता नहीं है. Are you understanding what I am trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Yes.
So when like just now, like what Prithipan has said, let us say we are looking at this 7th house. Now 7th house becomes our epicenter. 7th house becomes the epicenter. Na? It is your shadi. So your shadi mein you cannot keep seeing from 1st house. Go to the 7th house. अभी पूरा सब ब्रह्मांड इधर से खोलो. अभी यहाँ से देखो, यहाँ से ये तो उसका 2nd house हो गया. यहाँ से यहाँ उसका 3rd house हो गया. So this is all the communication documentation related to the wedding. This is all the income and all that what is related to the wedding. This is all the house related, whatever house ka implications, what is going to happen to the thing. Now, Preetiben, you will understand this better. If you remember when Jama Code started, I had called you and I told you that these jokers are just saying yes or no, and I am trying to look at it a full whole. This is the answer to it. तो यहाँ से मेरे को मालूम पड़ा ये भाव का है, तो ये शादी के बाद मेरे घर का क्या हाल होने वाला है, या मेरे फैमिली का क्या है, या मेरे लग्जरीज का क्या है, या मेरी कार्स का क्या है. यहाँ से देखो मेरा 5th हो गया. So this becomes my children कैसे होने वाले, my hobbies कैसे होने वाले, my investments कैसे होने वाले after शादी, because शादी is the epicenter now. शादी के बाद मेरे बीमारी कुछ होने वाले है क्या, लिटिगेशंस कुछ होने वाले हैं क्या, कुछ एनिमीज होने वाले हैं क्या, शादी के बाद मेरे स्पाउस के साथ कैसे संबंध होने वाला है, शादी के बाद मेरा ऑब्स्टिकल्स क्या होने वाले, बिकॉज दिस इज 8th नाउ. शादी के बाद मेरे रिलीजियस ट्रैवल्स कैसे होने वाला है, मेरे फादर इन लॉ के साथ कैसे रिलेशन होगा, या फादर के साथ इनकम क्या होगा. 10th, शादी के बाद मेरा ऑक्यूपेशन का क्या होगा, मेरे गेन्स क्या होगा और मेरे लॉसेस क्या होगा. Now have you understood? Preetiben.
So, Manish, what in my mind I do is, I make that R7 as 1.
Correct.
So,
yes.
पूरा sequence same ही होगा. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
हाँ, पराशरी में या केपी मॉडल they call house rotation. वो 7th house को first बनाते. You know, that is called house rotation. Okay, so this is called house rotation in one way, but we are looking at it from a different way. What I am trying to tell you over here is that, see, when we are talking about any event, it automatically goes and latches onto something. It latches onto something. Now, वहां से अगर उसका repercussion देखना है, for example, let me say one thing. जैसा in that astrologers group, we have solved so many of these lost item के cases, lost person or whatever it is. बरोबर आता ही नहीं. That is where I got thinking. Now let us say a native comes to you and he says that this person is lost. उसका कुछ खो गया है. Something is lost. So 8th house is the house of loss. Some कुछ तो भी separate हो गया. 8th house is the house of separation. So something has got separated from you. बरोबर? 8th house. Now, if I want to know who will help me find this, who is my enhancer? ये मेरा enhancer है. This fellow is enhancing that. Is he going to help me? No, because this is a loss. This is going to add to the loss. This is going to negate the loss. So what will help me negate the loss will be seen from this house. What if I get into will? Sometimes ऐसा होता है ना, मैं करने को गया उल्टा ही हो गया. ये उल्टा इधर है. Okay. Now, always the remedy is in the opposite thing. Like that day also I was trying to tell you. If first house is the this thing, what is it called? Illness. 7th house is the doctor. Whoever is attending to the opposite person is in the 7th house. No? But now if you go to see what we are discussing, 6th house को enhance करना, ये अगर illness है, तो doctor उसको ये कैसे कर रहा है? Enhance कैसे कर रहा है? Doctor should have been here, no? Because ये उसको negate कर रहा है ना? So what I'm trying to tell you is, most of these analyses are going wrong because they are just taking some ready-made formulas and putting it over there. Like that day, one of you asked me, how is the doctor over here? 7th house doctor. 7th house doctor हो सकता है because opposite person is always the 7th house. So if I am house number 1, my spouse is house number 7. If I am a professional, my client is house number 7. If I am कटघरे में खड़ा हूँ, so the judge is the 7th person, 7th house. Okay. If I am going to buy something, the shopkeeper is the 7th fellow. So if there is something wrong with me, 7th house is the doctor. Okay. So now, ये जो first point है, are we clear on this?
Yes. Yes.
So whenever we look at something, so let us say ये आदमी का illness देखने गए तो अपन ये देखेंगे, ये illness को बढ़ोतरी कौन देगा तो ये देखेंगे, ये illness को negate कौन करेगा तो ये देखेंगे. ये होने के लिए because of this problem कहाँ आने वाला है? This becomes an obstacle to which house? So that is this house. Because from here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this becomes obstacle to this house. ये illness के लिए obstacle कौन होने वाला है? ये. So that is myself only. I am an obstacle. No? If I am ill, I am the obstacle. If I was not ill, why will I be the obstacle? But this is causing obstacle to this. So what is this? This is my friends and family. This is my gains from my work. I cannot work, so there is no gain from work. My friends and my family are in problem. Maybe if I have an elder brother, he might be looking after me. He might be in problem. Are you understanding how this is going? Should we go to the next one? ये first वाला समझ में आया because this first is the most important thing. I don't mind spending more time on it if you are not understood. If you understood, let's go ahead. आगे जाओ.
Understood.
Ami understood क्या?
Yeah, understood.
All of you have understood. चलो. Okay. Now this I have already told you last time. I will revise it again. I had said that कोने वाले सब साथ पकड़ने. So 7th house from that is the बाधक स्थान. बाधक is बाधा. इससे जो पहले वाला आएगा, that will always be 9. इसके पहले वाला will be 9. इसके बाद वाला जो आएगा वो 11 आएगा. Okay. अभी इसको ध्यान में कैसे रखने का कि 7 is like a corner ना, ये 7 है ना, तो 7 इधर आ गया. Now there is only 9, 7 and 11 ना, तो छोटे वाले को पहले डाल दो, बड़े वाले को आगे डाल दो. अब ये द्विस्वभाव है कि ये कैसे ध्यान में लेने का, तो 9th one पीछे रह गया ना, स्लो है ना, शांत है ना, तो फिक्स्ड राशि which you will see here. If you can see here, no, wherever 9 is written, there is fixed written over there. Can you see the fixed? Sorry, can you see the fixed? If you have a printout, उसमें देखो. तो ये fixed हो गया. 9th राशि पीछे पड़ गया, slow, fixed हो गया. आगे निकल गया, ये movable राशि हो गया. So if you see 11th everywhere, you will see I have written movable over there. Correct? And ये जो बीच वाला है, इधर जाओ कि उधर जाओ मालूम नहीं पड़ता है, तो this is a dual राशि. So wherever 7 is written, put the dual written over there. बराबर? So this is basically the बाधक स्थान. And at the same time, I have told you what are the type. Okay, type means dual. Now all this comes into analysis play. Okay. For example, if some analysis comes and this fellow comes into play for whatever reason, okay, and it is a रोग प्रश्न, ये illness related प्रश्न. ये राशि क्या है? What is the type of the rashi? Fixed rashi. So progress will not be fast. The illness will take a long time to progress. If it is a case of lost thing, this will tell you that it is going to take a long time to come back. अगर उसको ढूंढना है कहाँ पर है, तो it will be in the northwest. When we come to the Makan Kundli thing, I'll tell you. But northwest is the direction. When we कहाँ ढूंढना है, something in the earth. हवे में मत ढूंढो, नीचे के लेवल पे ढूंढो. What sort of a remedy will come into play? Something earth related. Okay, so this is how these things will keep opening up. Today I'm just touching the surface because I don't want to go deeper. If I go further, you'll get thoroughly confused. But each of these elements which are here, no, these 7 or 8 things are actually going to help you to give the prediction. Okay, so coming back to this बाधक स्थान, ये जो top left वाले है ना, these are all the बाधक स्थान. I have written your top left. But the formula for it you all know very well. 7 7 7 7. उसके पहले 9 9 9 9. उसके आगे 11 11 11 11. Correct? This should be like an imprint in your head. Now, how much to memorize and how less to memorize is your call. My aim is that I need to अभी ये छोड़ा तो मेरे को बाकी सब by heart है almost. Okay, तो ठीक है, that's okay. Now Marak Sthan. Okay, this we have not spoken about. Marak is equivalent to Mrityu Tulla Kashya, equivalent to death, death or equivalent to death. Okay, so इसका ये क्या है मैं बताता हूँ. Actually na 2, 7, 8 and 11, if I'm not mistaken, these houses from a house are the Marak Sthan. I'm not very sure about this, but basically इनमें से जो सबसे खतरनाक है ना, those are the ones which are marked here. So ये जो है इस पे ज्यादा माथापोड़ी मत करो. Just take this 7 and 11, 7, 7. I have not yet cracked the rhythm to this. So otherwise I would have made जैसे मैंने 7, 7 का बनाया, ऐसे अब तक मेरे को I have not cracked it. Once I crack it, I'll give you a way to remember it. But frankly speaking, if you see 7, 7, 7, ये बीच वाले दो 7 है. Sorry, ये वाले. Okay, 1 minute. ये बीच वाले है ना, ये सब 7 है. Okay, ये कोने वाले 2 है. Okay, ये 7 के साथ 11 है, ये 2 के साथ 11 है. और ये दोनों 7 और 11 है. So it is like saying this and this builds up to this. Okay, this is how I crack it actually. I am cracking it in front of you. ये same है मेरे को. You have to make a pictorial this thing on your head, in your head. Okay, if I just see this right hand side of the chart, it gives me a different picture altogether. I am seeing a 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Can you see that? So the 7th from this place are the Marak Sthan, main Marak Sthan. This gives me a 2 and 2. This is the rhythm. Right side का crack कर दिया. ये जो है, I don't know how to remember 11 and 7, but whatever, something will happen आएगा. 11 and 7, ये दोनों ऊपर जाके 11 and 7 हो जाते हैं. ये नीचे, ये 11 नीचे आके, ये 2 इधर आने का था ना, इधर का 2 रह गया था ना, ये 2 इधर आ गया. I'll crack it better and tell you, but this is how I crack the code. Okay, समझ में आया? So these are the Marak Sthans. Okay, ये अपने को मालूम पड़ेगा. Till this much point, are we clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it getting heavy? Should I? Hello, okay.
Yes.
इतने तक का ही वापस रिवीजन करना कि आगे जाओ.
Just one question. Like how you said that Badak is the like Badak, their obstacle. So Marak does what?
Marak is death or death like.
No,
So
but which
basically
is there in every house. No?
नहीं, every house मुझे plus this thing can also be a Marak also. Like for example,
No.
what is? I didn't understand what are you saying.
No. Like these, like top left, you have written the Badak ones, and the top right is the Marak ones. So Badak, we know that they will be Badak. Badas for that. So
This
Marak.
will be Badak 11th house. इसको बाधक बनाएगा.
हाँ.
ये मारक बनाएगा for this one. इसका मारक हाउस ये है, उल्टा बोला. ये इसका मारक हाउस है. ये उसका बाधक हाउस है.
हाँ. But Badak house gives the Bada to that house. So Marak क्या करता है? That's my question.
Okay. So let us say we are looking at this house. ये house का 11th house उसका मारक स्थान है. मुझे इसका 11th is this fellow. ये उसका बाधक स्थान है. This creates the obstacle for this fellow, not the other way.
Correct. Yeah.
बरोबर. अभी कौन उसका मारक कौन है? तो 7. तो ये उसका मारक, ये उसको मारेगा.
अच्छा.
So basically, what is the difference in Marak and Badak is, let us say we are talking about an illness. Okay. Now let us talk about illness. So illness का house कौन सा होगा? ये वाला.
6. हाँ.
इस बाधा कौन create करेगा? 7th from this. So this fellow will create a बाधा for it.
So Bada for that illness.
इसको मारक कौन करेगा सेकंड फ्रॉम दिस, ये उसको मृत्यु तुल्य कष्ट दे सकते हैं. So here that now this becomes that contradictory thing which you have to actually, that is what I keep saying, that a huge component of logic and some intuitive power has to come in, because now you will say, just now you said this was a plus to it, but at the same time I told you if this is an illness, this is
So it is
adding on to
enhancing the illness. Yeah.
So if I've got, if illness is plus and here I put so many pluses, it is
Then it
mrityu
can
tulya
cause mrityu. Okay.
It is death like, no? Suppose सर्दी हो गया, ठीक है, सर्दी का bronchitis, bronchitis का pneumonia और pneumonia से lung के हो गया, dum finish. That is this house. So what I told you earlier on, which we spent so much time on, कि second house enhances it. बुरा है तो बुरा को बढ़ाएगा, अच्छा है तो अच्छा को बढ़ाएगा.
Okay.
So this, where is the thing? ये जो बाधक and मारक also help in the analysis. See, these points we were never taking only. If you understand, whatever, if you see that, let me just, it may sound like tom-tomming. Whenever I tell about my works, no, please take one clear thing. I hate tom-tomming. So I never tom-tom myself. I just tell you so that I share what I'm doing. Okay, please understand it, because most of you don't know me so well. When we started the Jama Pool under one gentleman, whom by now I realize that he actually taught the wrong things. He would just say yes or no, they could finish it off. And from day one, I have been saying that it cannot be yes or no, it has to be more. And this is all that opens up. It opens up a complete Pandora box over here. Are you understanding? Should I go to the next one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
One thing
Next
can I
one
ask?
is,
Just Manish,
of
one
course.
thing. Like for
please.
example, 12th house का अगर क्वेश्चन है तो बाधक और मारक दोनों 7 ही है. करेक्ट.
बरोबर. 7 और 11 है.
और 7 भी है ना बाधक.
वो 7 भी है. 7th from there भी मारेगा उसको और 11th भी मारेगा उसको.
बाधक भी 7 ही है और मारक भी 7 ही है, ऐसा मैं बोल.
Yes. So मुझे obstacle become मृत्यु तुल्य कष्ट से हो सकता है ना.
Actually, Badak is maybe softer and then Marak is actually going to death. So both are negative, but only that percentage or the seriousness is different.
It is like saying if somebody meets with an accident and suppose some injury हुआ है, that is the बाधक. But if that injury is going to lead to amputation of that part or some major surgery, that becomes marak. And if that leads to a disfigurement or something like that, then that becomes like, death-like experience. That is the difference between them. See, a lot, what I'm sharing with you now are actually the core basics. Iske baad mein you have to use your intellect. There I cannot help you. I can only share cases with you. Abhi now coming to Hora. Hora doesn't help you in analysis, but it helps you to verify. What is Hora? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 hours. Say like next day ka 0, 0, 0, 0 hours, which is 24 hours, has got 24 hours, which are 24 horas. Hora is 1 hour. Each hour is ruled by a planet. There is a specific sequence. Okay. Now, how do we use this sequences? The day lord becomes the first hora. Okay. So basically, if we are talking of Sunday, Ravivar, sun becomes the first. So it will start from sun. Tuesday, Mangalwar, Mars, it will start from Mars. Wednesday, Budhvar, Mercury, it will start from Budh. Okay. So, if let us say, I want to, Wednesday, right? So, Wednesday, my thing will start here. First hour will be this. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, sorry, 24, 24th. Barabar na? It goes round and round because see,
the first hour we take it from 12 a.m. or sunrise?
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
Sunrise to sunrise. So today it is roughly around 7:47 ka kuch hai, AM. 6:47. So 6:47 to 7:47 is the first hora. So if I were to do it properly, let's just take 6:45 for discussion sake. 6:45 to 7:45 is the first hora. 7:45 to 8:45 is the second hora. 8:45 to 9:45 is the third hora. 10:45 is the fourth hora. 11:45 is the fifth hora. 12:45 is the sixth hora. And 1:45 is the seventh hora. So now if you see the sequence which I have written here, it is Sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars. This is the sequence. Whichever way, kidhar se bhi shuru karo, it will go like that. Now today is what day? Wednesday, correct? Wednesday mein Budhwar mein yahan se shuru ho gaya. So this becomes my first hora. So first hora Lord becomes Mercury. Second hora Lord becomes Moon. Third hora Lord becomes Saturn. Fourth hora Lord becomes Jupiter. Fifth hora Lord becomes Mars. Sixth hora Lord becomes Sun. Seventh becomes Venus. Eighth becomes Mercury. Ninth becomes Moon. 10th becomes Saturn. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. These are the lords. So let us say something has started over here. Sorry. Something we are looking at over here. Okay. And आज क्या दिन है? Okay, let's take अभी का लेते हैं. अभी it is 8:30. So if you see 6:45 to 7:45 to 8:45 to 9:45, 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, 1:45, 2:45, 3:45, 4:45, 5:45, 6:45. Again here I am at 6:45 AM या PM. Correct? अभी यहाँ से मेरा दूसरा शुरू हो गया 6:45 to 7:45, 7:45 to 8:45. बराबर? So we are just now in this. By luck I had done this. वही आया. बराबर? We are here. Are we clear on this? Now ये कौन सा है? What is ruling us just now and what is ruling us when we started? Let us just see. So ये कौन सा हो गया? If we say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, ये 14 हो गया. ये 13 हो गया. Is it getting too clumsy? We reached here. You understood how we reached here, no? 6:45
Yes.
to 7:45 to 8:45. So we are in this slot right now. When we started, we were. Now let us see what.
We should start from Mercury.
I have just told you the slots. Okay, by the way, this is going to get off in 8 minutes. You all have time to come back again for another half an hour or you will get late. Anyone getting late?
No, I can.
Okay, so in 10 minutes, I'll make another link and give you. Shipra, 1 minute. You're not understanding. Basically, there are slots and there are lords ruling the slots. Barabar? Shipra.
Yeah, Shipra. But I thought we are going to start from the day ka planet. So today being Wednesday.
अरे पर राजा मैंने planet पकड़ा है किधर है? Slots में time देख रहा हूँ. There is a time and there is a lord. I'm at the moment just looking at time slot.
Okay.
Time slot. So, have you understood the time slot, but
Yeah,
all of you
understood.
understood it starts at 6:45 here. Yeah, sunrise. We are presuming saying 6:45 for discussion sake. तो 6:45 AM से लेके या गुरुर करके घूम करके 6:45 PM पे आएगा वो 6:45 to 7:45 7:45 to 8:45 so just now we are over here but we started somewhere over here 6:45 to 7:45 so let us just see I want to I'm something is coming up let me just see so now what you're saying आज का कौन सा दिन है भाटिया तेरा नाम बदल कर शिप्रा what is the thing today Wednesday correct Wednesday में बुधवार your voice so this becomes 1 this is the 12th slot this is the 13th slot this is the 14th slot correct एक मिनट हेलो हाँ ओके पोटली चालू है क्लास चालू है so if this is 1 this will come back to 8 कैसे देखो ये 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 so whenever you have to see and you have gone beyond 7 of them you can start with that fellow as 8 whatever so 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 so we started in the sun ka hora sun is knowledge sun is ujala sun is something new sun is practicality sun is anger sun is getting angry sun is that's why I got angry okay even if you had started here I would have still got angry okay so sun anger ka ek component chhod do but sun is knowledge so we started over here if we had started over here it wouldn't have been knowledge that is why actually when we had taken Friday now let us just try this okay experiment I wanted to try that we were doing Friday 7 to 8 correct we started at 7 so it was 6:45 to 7:45 का slot क्या आता है वो टाइम देखते हो रहा क्या आता है so this will become what 13th slot Friday will start with what Shukra Venus so we will start from Venus 1 so ये वापस 8 आ जाएगा 9 10 11 12 13 that is why that Mars thing wasn't working out last time if you remember 3 of you were only there half of you could not attend only. So this Mars wasn't a good thing to happen ये अच्छा हो रहा है अभी जो आ रहा है sun आ रहा है we are starting in the sun का हो रहा है so sun is okay don't get me angry only that's all समझा so have you understood hora now hora का use कैसे करना hora का use कैसे करने का like I just not told you whenever that hora starts now if you see my latest last 5 or 10 cases which I put up you will see hora written somewhere over here and the hora lord which is there will relate to the case so if hora lord is son it might be something related to father it might be something related to government if it is Venus it might be marriage or it might be money something like that that way it goes on अम्मी बाउंसर जा रहे क्या
नहीं समझ रहा
actually I am pushing down a bit too much down your throats all of you but actually I thought that in this 45 1.5 hours I would finish off everything but so let's move fast these things you know actually ये strength है ना ये middle chart है this is what we discussed last time if you remember this you all know if you see this these are all the Rashi lords ये उच्च का है ये नीच का है बराबर I don't think we need to spend time on that all of you aware of this
yes
okay तो वो तो ठीक है now ये नक्षत्र का come in just a little while before that let me talk about these elements and the direction so if you see here this is what we had said movable Rashi fixed Rashi dual Rashi and water element fire element earth element air element. Here, if you see, when we analyze anything, movable Rashi will tell you something about that thing. If that person is on the move, or it's fixed, कोई भाग गया है, तो वो इधर, if it is coming to this house, it means that fellow is still moving. इधर आ गया ने स्थिर है किधर तो भी, यहाँ है ने उसका ड्यूअल मन चल रहा है, पीछे जाओ के आगे हो, घर जाओ के वापस भागो और आगे. Okay, fire means that person may be near some fire element. कोई fire temple रहेगा या कोई kitchen रहेगा या कोई भट्टी रहेगा, whatever it is. Or is something related to earth, some or lower level, ऐसे पकड़ सकते हैं. Air, ये कोई तो भी हवे में है, it might be on high hill station or something like that. So many things are there. Even this, for example, sun जो है, sun means verticality, so he might be at a height. Height के level पे कोई fire element रहेगा, उधर रह सकता है. In the east of the thing. This is how each of these points, ये जो मैंने इसके अंदर जो पूरा ब्रह्मांड उतारा है ना, वो एक एक पॉइंट निकालो तो पूरा स्टोरी खुल जाएगा. That is what is the secret of it all.
Can I ask something?
Ask.
I won't agree you, Amit, but I'm just asking. ये जो elements लिखे हैं, so these are all, we have to by heart it, or
Nothing has to be by hearted. That was the first thing that I said. It is up to you how you.
no by hearted as in मतलब see कैसा है, Venus we can relate to Earth, ठीक है, but Mars जो है उसको आप air से नहीं relate कर सकते, तो आपको you have to remember that.
If you put all of it together, you will make a total Bhelpuri out of it. That's why I said logic and intuition plays an important part. And by heart करने का क्या नहीं करने का, there are two ways of looking at it. I, as a person, all my life, have never let anything or anybody be indispensable. What I mean by that is, तुम है तो मेरा काम होगा, ऐसे कभी नहीं होगा. यही पेपर है, यही पेन है, तो मैं काम कर सकता हूँ नहीं. So I have never let anybody or anything dominate me. I will not let anything or any person or any situation dominate me. So if I'm ये जो अभी ये मेरे पास ये है इधर, the same thing which is there, I put it in front of me. Okay. If I am dependent on it, then I will fall in my own eyes. So I will make it a point to learn all this. That is where all these, I have cracked one code in front of you, just over the 7, 11, 11, 7, 2, 2, 2, 2 का जो था. This is how I keep cracking everything, making into simple formulas. And maybe अभी वो जो नक्षत्र का, it might take some time. हाँ, Shilpa, पूछो.
Yeah.
One minute. There's only. Wait. You all will come back? You all want to come back or okay? Bolo, Shilpa.
You said sun over here in first Rashi. Is it because it's halted over there, or why did you say sun? So you just said ki isme, when you were showing the elements, you said sun over there.
No, that is the bottom right. That is the Hora ka calculation. If you see over there, 3 number, it is Hora calculation.
Hora ka thing, but
voice is gone. Voice is gone. What?
The first Rashi, any other way connected to sun? Because sun is exalted over there. Yes, but
sun is also the exalted planet over there. It's the Pakka Stan also. If you see from the Lalkita point of view, it is the Pakka Rashi. That we are not doing here, so I